Refreshing stories. My name is Hiroshi. I work at a company that produces websites. Well, technically I'm not an employee anymore. I've actually been buying up the stocks for this company even before I started working here. And eventually, I got enough influence as an investor to make important company decisions. So I'm technically just an executive officer right now. My wife, Irie, and I met at a function a couple of years ago. Everyone calls her Irene. When I first met her, I had just started buying stocks. But in an attempt to make myself look cool, I told her that I was a big-time investor.
You're so sweet, Hiroshi. What do you do for a living?
Oh, my job? Well, I work at a design company as a janitor, so I can't tell her that, can I? Well, I'm not sure if you can call it a real job, but I invest for a living.
Invest?
Yeah, you know, like Disney or Apple. Oh yeah, and Zoom, and I generally invest in those types of companies.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Well, you can buy their stocks for like $300, but unlike Japanese stocks, American stocks can be bought one at a time. So it's really easy to start investing even if you don't have a lot of cash at hand. And so, we got along very nicely at the function, and decided to start seeing each other after that. She even asked me if I wanted to date her on the spot.
I really think I can be happy with you. Do you feel the same way?
Are you sure? I might not live up to your expectations.
Yeah, I don't care about how much money you make. I feel like I get along with you really well, so I want us to be a thing. Besides, I'm not really interested in money to begin with, so…
Oh, that makes sense. Alright, then why don't we go and grab dinner sometime?
Yay!
I believed her when she told me that she wasn't interested in money, but I still wanted to impress her. So I spent a lot of time and money learning about investments and how to succeed.
We're going to get fast food again?
Again? I mean, it's been at least a month since we were last here. They just released a new dessert option, and apparently it's really good. So I wanted to try it out with you. So is it alright if we eat here today?
Sure.
Oh, I see. If a company sells their product directly to customers instead of selling it through a third-party vendor, then their margin of profit increases dramatically, huh? It's simple, but it makes sense. I really should try this out sometime. Because Irene and I led pretty modest lives, I was able to save up a lot of money and learn about how to become a successful investor. All the hard work eventually paid off, and I finally became good enough at investing to have some administrative influence at the companies I was investing in. And so, I was climbing up the corporate ladder of the company I was a janitor at. And one day, I had the chance to meet Mr. Hanamura, who was the CEO of one of our biggest clients, PlanArt. Well. So you're the Hiroshi that everyone's been talking about. Yep, that's me. On my business card, it says I'm a company executive. But really, I'm mostly just a salesperson for the company. Well, from my standpoint, you're just a newbie when it comes to running businesses. Say, why don't you start providing your services to us at half the current price? But in return, I'll teach you a lot about how to run a business. Thank you very much. We'll definitely produce double the results that our competitors produce at half the market price. Alright, we have a deal. I'm trusting you with this, Hiroshi. Mr. Hanamura obviously didn't think too highly of me because I was still young and inexperienced. He always tried to get us down to the lowest price possible. But that didn't really bother me, because the job wasn't what I wanted. What I really wanted was his company, PlanArt itself. When I first looked at their business records, I immediately knew that they had a lot of untapped potential that Mr. Hanamura had no idea existed. And if I were to get the management rights of PlanArt, I would be able to not only double the sales PlanArt produces, but increase the profits my company makes as well. Well, thank you for all this, Hiroshi. Wait, how much do you earn in a year, by the way? Around $25,000. Well, I appreciate you for spending what little money you have on such a nice bar. You're quite the man, Hiroshi. Well, investments in people are investments made for a better future. And if I can forge better relations with you through these kinds of opportunities, then $1,000 to $2,000 is nothing. Well, I wouldn't get too cocky if I were you. But I mean, look at me! I don't really work hard at all. My employees do most of what needs to be done. And my sales department is really good at racking up cash. So all I have to do is play around like this, and I'll have an additional $100,000 in my bank account by the end of the year. You have to work smarter and not harder. Like me. Thank you so much for that. I called up Mr. Hanamura to meet with me as much as I could, so that I could get to know him better. It didn't take long for me to figure out that he was a terrible business owner. If Planart is having this much success already with him at the helm, think about what they'll be able to do with a competent leader.
Oh my god, what the hell? Big time investor my ass. He straight up lied. This is not the life that I had in mind. When the hell can I start living my life like a celebrity?
I married Irene right about when I became the executive manager at my company. But I would soon find out that she was lying when she told me that she didn't care about money. She only married me because she thought I was some big-time investor. Irene was getting sick of how modest our life together was. And so, she started looking for someone else to leech off of.
Hey, Hiroshi.
Huh?
You know the CEO of Planart very well, don't you?
Oh, well, I guess you could say that. Why?
Well, since he's always taking good care of you at work, I wanted to go and say hi to him, see what kind of person he's like, you know? So can I go with you the next time you see him, please?
What? But we'll be at work. I don't want to bring my private life into the office.
Oh, come on. I'm just gonna express my gratitude and I'll be out of there. You wouldn't even know I'm there. So please, could you give me a chance to do that?
Sure, fine. Just don't mention any of the embarrassing things I've done in the past. Like how I brushed my teeth with soap once, or how I left the keys on the train.
Of course not.
And so, I introduced my wife to Mr. Hanamura since she wanted to meet him so badly. But I couldn't believe what she did when she finally got the chance to meet him.
Hey, Mr. Hanamura.
Huh? Oh, you're Hiroshi's wife. What's up?
Would you be interested in seeing each other? Like, behind Hiroshi's back? It'll just be between the two of us.
Wait, does that mean? Can you believe it? Irene started cheating on me with Mr. Hanamura! Where's her moral compass, for God's sake? I didn't take her for the type of person who would do something like this. But I guess you never know with this kind of stuff.
You know, I really think people who've succeeded in life are the most attractive people out there.
You're damn right. You know, I make $100,000 in a year.
Wow, that's so impressive.
Right? I know Hiroshi told you that he was an investor when he first met you. But a person who buys 1 or 2 stocks with some cheap change that he has left over isn't a real investor in my eyes. He takes too many risks, and he isn't smart with his money. A gambler is what he is.
Damn right. And he barely makes any money, too. I'm pretty sure he's losing money by investing.
Yeah, he definitely is. I can imagine. It's really hard to win by investing. It's not something anyone can just do. It's really painful to watch people like him thinking he's some big-time investor.
Well, that sounds really convincing coming from you. You sound like a real investor.
Well, Irie, I was thinking. Your name would look way better with a Hanamura in front of it. I'll make sure that you can live your life without ever having to worry about money.
Wait, really? Sounds like a plan.
And finally, the time came.
Hiroshi, that was the camel that broke the straw's back.
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. You mean the straw that broke the camel's back, right?
Well, yeah, whatever. But anyway, I've decided to get married with Mr. Hanamura.
What? So what? We're polygamy now?
I actually mean this, you know. I'm not joking. You lied and told me that you were a big-time investor. You've been tricking me all along, when you were just a regular old salesman.
I'm not even a salesman.
What? Wait, what? So you're like a part-time employee? Or are you just a temporary worker? At your age? That's crazy.
I'm the executive manager.
There it is again. Use difficult words to try and confuse me, but it's not gonna work again. I've heard all about what you actually do for Mr. Hanamura. You're not a real investor at all. You're just a gambler. That's all you've ever been. You're just some low-life addict. Besides, how much have you made from investing? You probably haven't gotten too far with your portfolio. And besides, you make way less than a regular salesperson does in a year.
Well, yeah, because I haven't liquefied my assets.
Okay. I've had enough with the jargon. All right, that's honestly it from me. I have nothing else to say. Let's get a divorce.
Okay, let me get this straight. You were having an affair with Hanamura, and now you want a divorce with me?
Yep. And don't worry, he'll compensate you for this. I'm sorry it had to be this way, but this is for the good of both of us.
I can't believe you were cheating on me.
Well, I just got the order wrong, that's all. I should have married him before you.
All right. Well, that's all fine and dandy. I get it. I'll get a divorce with you if you want to get away from me so badly.
Yep, thank you so much for everything. Please don't blame yourself. I'm just doing what's best for me. Please understand.
I get it, but I already bought Planart, so he's not the CEO anymore.
Okay, whatever you say. Wait, what?
I bought them out. Do you know what that means?
Well, that's fine. Good for you.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind, then let's sign the stupid document. I don't think Irene understood what I meant, but I just signed the divorce papers without giving her an explanation. It all happened around 2 weeks ago. Around that time, I was having a heated conversation with Planart's biggest investor. My name is Kanata Tanaka. My name is a palindrome. Pretty cool, huh? I'm the biggest investor of Planart. Give me all of it. Everything. Well, I really wanted the money, so sure thing, mister. I really don't care about the dividends, to be honest with you. What I really want is, you guessed it, the management rights of Planart. You know what I want? An electric toothbrush. And some peanuts. Cool. And so, the moment this deal was sealed, I became the largest stock owner of Planart. This gave me the company's management rights. Well, you've been spending a lot of money recently, haven't you, Mr. Hanamura? Yes, sir. Thanks to you, I guess. Well, you haven't done anything at work at all, but you still get paid a lot of bonuses. Now, why the hell is that? Well, I can decide to cut your salary in half right now if I wanted to. But what do you think I should do? Should I make it so that you won't be able to finish paying back your debt to me for a good while? Well, if you could give me at least $60,000 a year, that would be... Huh? What did I just hear? I'm really sorry. I regret ever putting my hands on your wife. I really do. I'll do whatever it takes to make it up to you, so please go easy on me. You're fired. What? Then how the hell am I supposed to go on from now on? I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not a real investor, so I have no idea what you should do. Maybe you should ask yourself, since you know so much about investing. Well, I actually know close to nothing about investing. I was just using my status as a CEO to show off to your wife. You have to understand. Well, sucks to be you. Sucks to be me?
Hey, what the hell is this all about, huh?
What is this? Are you talking about how your boyfriend is jobless now?
Yes, of course. He was the CEO of Planart just yesterday. What happened?
I told you. I bought out the company. Someone else is the CEO now.
What? What are you even talking about? Why the hell do you have the right to decide that?
You really know nothing about running a business, do you? The CEO isn't the most powerful man in the company. That would be the primary investor. And that's exactly who I became when I bought most of Planart's stocks.
That can't be. You have to sell them back.
Listen to me, Irene. In sickness and in health, you have to help each other out, right? Since you love each other.
If you had the money to buy the company outright, you should have spent some of that on me.
Well, you were the one that said you didn't care about money.
I was just trying to be polite. You should have figured that out.
Sorry. Well, you're indebted to me now. And if you skip out on your payments, I'll be coming after you guys.
Wait a minute. What should I do? How am I going to live like this?
And so, Mr. Hanamura and Irene lost everything in just a matter of days. The only reason they got married was because Irene fell in love with the money that Mr. Hanamura had. But now that that's all gone, I wonder if their marriage is going to last. Well, probably not. They're having a hard time putting food on the table. They won't last a month together. After taking over at Planart, I revamped the entire company and started making twice the amount of profits that it used to make. The production company I was working at is corresponding to that success, and is also doing very well. I've heard rumors that Irene has been going around fishing for rich men to marry, but I doubt that she's found the one. Good luck to her, I guess. My name is Hiroshi, and I work for a company that's not doing so well financially. As a result, they're cutting our paychecks and asking us to come into the office a few times a week, as opposed to every weekday. I didn't have much work to do, and I had a lot of time on my hands. I figured that I would make the most of my free time and get some exercise by visiting the local pool near my house. As I was trying to plan my day, I received a chat message from my friend, Bunta. Hiroshi, I need your help! Will you come see me right away? What is it, Bunta? Did your wife cheat on you or something? That ain't it! It's a long story, but there's something very terrible happening downtown! Bunta's been volunteering at a soup kitchen downtown to help homeless people in need. And an unpleasant incident took place while Bunta was volunteering. Today we're serving hot soup and some warm rice. Please, form a line and wait your turn.
Help! Something terrible happened!
What's the matter?
Zakiyama drowned in the pond and he needs to be taken to the hospital right away!
What? Take me to the pond that you're referring to! Zakiyama was a homeless man that was very popular among the homeless community. He had a great sense of humor and had a lot of knowledge about how to live a safe life as a homeless person. What was he doing that made him fall into the pond?
A group of delinquents shoved him into the pond. They're monsters! They tried to kill my friend!
What? That's unforgivable!
The same thing happened to me a few days before. I was lucky because I wasn't hurt and got off with just catching a cold.
How dare they! They shouldn't go around hurting people like this! Where can I find these kids? I ain't gonna let them get away with this!
The thing is, I don't know where they went.
Oh no. Well, take me to the pond then, please.
I don't remember where the pond is.
Then we got nothing on these guys. What are we gonna do? What's your name then?
I don't know or remember.
Got a problem then. So that's what happened. Is it possible that the old man imagined the whole thing? I checked with the local hospitals afterwards and found out that Zakiyama did drown and that he was staying in one of the hospitals. Also heard a terrible rumor that the delinquents were playing pranks on homeless people and putting up videos of the bad behavior on TikTok. That's horrific! Don't you think that we should bring the police into this? Already notified them. That was the first thing that I did.
The delinquents you're talking about are well known in this neighborhood. They're dangerous. You should stay away from them.
The delinquents were from the bad part of town, and they would stay out all night smoking and drinking. They were always in all sorts of trouble. But we can't let them do this to the homeless people. It ain't fair. I'm really worried that they're gonna end up killing somebody someday.
It's a complicated situation. Those kids don't come from happy homes, and the streets are the only safe place for them. I can't just send them home. It's not that simple. I'm hoping that the homeless people can figure out a way to get along with those kids. Either way, I can't make any arrests without any evidence. As a police officer, I can only take action if there's a reason to. I can't be a bodyguard for the homeless. They need to figure out a way to protect themselves. I'm sorry that I can't be of help to them.
I see. But why come to me then? Well, you're a really good swimmer and diver. I think that we can make good use of your skills. We're gonna disguise you to look like a homeless person and lure those delinquents into pushing you into the pond. I'm gonna get all that on tape and submit it as evidence to the police. That a brilliant plan or what? You want me to be thrown into cold water? It's January! The water's freezing! I know, but think about all the old homeless people. You're still young, but if another one of them gets pushed into the water, someone could get really hurt. Alright, I'm still not sure about your plan, but since I have some time on my hands, I'll help you out. Let me see if I can come up with a better plan. One that doesn't require me to fall into some cold pond water. Really? That's great, Hiroshi! Thanks so much! This is Iwao Noto. He's a gangster. He heard a rumor about what was happening to the homeless people in our town and came to check for himself. Show me the pond that Zakiyama fell into.
I'm very forgetful, and I don't remember where the pond is.
There can't be too many ponds around here. Think harder. I'm sure that you can remember.
I'm sorry, but I can't remember.
I want to find the idiots that hurt my friend Zakiyama. He's done a lot for me, and I want to repay him. I don't have all day. You need to come up with some useful information. Ooh! Did you remember something?
Do you have some cigarettes on you?
Don't try to change the subject! Never mind. I'm going to ask around and figure this out on my own. At around the same time, the delinquents were in their usual corner, smoking and drinking.
We might be friends, but you still need to pay back the money that I lent you the other day.
I know that. I just don't have any money right now. I'll pay you back as soon as I can, buddy.
What the hell? Then the next time we throw one of the homeless dudes into the pond, you're going with them as punishment.
No way! The water is freezing at this time of the year.
It's a punishment, remember?
But still, that's too harsh.
Can someone hand me some booze and some pills, please?
I think that you've had enough, Sawa. You should eat something instead.
But I'm not hungry. If I had the money, I'd rather spend it on cigarettes than food.
I worry that you're too skinny.
If you're so worried about Zawa, why don't you bring her some nice food to eat then?
I'd like to, but I don't have any money.
Meow, guys! Do you have any more of those pills for me today?
Hey, Pochiko, how's it going? How many do you need? When was the last time that you took a pill?
I'm not sure, like 24 hours maybe? I went to sleep after I took the pill, so I don't remember the exact time.
I can sell you some pills for 15,000 yen. How does that sound?
That's too expensive. I don't have that kind of money.
That's not my problem. Are you in or out?
Fine. Now I have to pick up some extra shifts at work.
Hello there. May I have a word with you guys?
Hey, old dude, how much money do you have on you?
What do you need the money for?
I'm a little short in cash right now. I need some money.
Well, why are you asking me? We don't even know each other. I'm not about to give a stranger any of my money. I'm here to ask you some questions. Do you know of a fish pond nearby? One of my friends was walking by the fish pond the other day, and a group of bastards pushed him into the pond and nearly killed him. I'm looking for the bad guys that did this to my friend. Do you have any information that could help me find them? I know nothing!
What are you gonna do when you find them?
I'm going to make sure that they get the punishment that they deserve, and that they don't do something like this ever again.
This is a safe place for us. We don't want any adults coming in here. Could you please leave?
I agree. If you're not here to do business with us, like hiring us to find you a nice girl, you need to get out of here.
Okay, whatever. It seems that you won't be able to help me after all. I'm leaving now. Don't get yourselves into trouble, though. You don't want to ruin your bright futures by committing a stupid crime.
We don't have a future.
Now that I had met the delinquents in person, I had to come up with a plan to get them to take responsibility for their actions. It seemed that simply talking to them wouldn't work. Talking to them isn't going to help me get through to them. I need a more hands-on approach. I began by looking up their social media accounts to track their daily activities. After looking through their accounts, I found a video showing a boy named Cheese pushing an old homeless man into the pond. I then sent a direct message to the group leader, Nyan. I knew that you were the ones shoving innocent people into the fish pond. I saw the videos that you posted on social media. What you did is a crime, and you left all the evidence online. If you don't want to do a hard time, you should turn yourself into the police and apologize to all of your victims. But Nyan's reply caught me off guard. You're the one that doesn't get it. It was all an act. Those people agreed to be pushed into the water. We paid them to have them appear in our videos. Really? I had no idea.
Well, it's the truth. If you don't believe me, you should check with that old man in the video.
It didn't justify what Nyan and his friends were doing. But if the people in the videos were getting paid to get shoved into the water, it wasn't entirely Nyan's fault. I shared what I found out so far with Bunta.
I'm sorry that I lied to you both. It's true. Those kids paid me 10,000 yen to fall into the fish pond. I wanted the money, so I complied.
I can't believe this! You're setting a bad example for everybody! Was it the same for Zakiyama too, then?
Yes, I think so. But in Zakiyama's case, he was really hurt, so I panicked.
I had no idea that you guys were getting paid to be a part of these shenanigans. Do you see now? I was telling you the truth. We didn't commit any crimes. This was just another business deal. We needed some people to fall into the fish pond, and so we paid them. If we get arrested, the homeless are the ones that are going to be disappointed, because it means that they can't do any more business with us. You're trying to justify your business, but what you're doing is really dangerous, and someone could end up getting killed. We're paying those dirty homeless people and giving them an opportunity to wash their dirty clothes in the pond. We're doing them a favor. If you really want to do some good, you should start volunteering instead of engaging yourself in these stupid activities. How about you start minding your own business? I'm just doing business, and these guys wanted to be a part of it. We're not forcing them to do anything that they don't want to. You pretend to care about these people, but all you do is sit inside your comfortable houses and wish for a better world. I hate this dude. Not only because he's sassy, but because he also kind of has a point. At the same time, Iwa was still trying to figure out who had hurt his friend, Zakiyama. He had picked up Zawa on the streets and was about to take her to a hotel to ask her what had happened to Zakiyama. So, you're a group of delinquents that hide out in one of the side streets downtown, right?
I guess you could say that.
Tell me what happened to my friend Zakiyama. I'm sure that you can tell from my appearance, but I used to work for the Japanese mafia, and I'm about to turn myself into the police soon, so I have nothing to lose.
Okay, what's your point?
I want to know who pushed Zakiyama into the fish pond. If you tell me the truth, I'll give you all of my money. I have no use for it in prison anyway.
Didn't you bring me here to do something else other than talk?
I only came here to talk. I'm not interested in starting anything with a brat like you. I'll give you 500,000 yen if you tell me who pushed my friend.
Well, I wasn't there when it happened, but I know that Nyan is the one that organizes the filming of those videos of people falling to the fish pond. He then posts the video on social media and makes money off of them.
Give me more details.
It's hard to explain, so you can just take a look at the videos from my smartphone.
After Iwao got the information that he was looking for from Zawa, he gave her 500,000 yen, as promised. Thanks for providing me with the information that I needed. I'm off to see Nyan. Now that you have a decent amount of cash, I suggest that you start living your life more wisely. You're smart. There's no need for you to get involved in dangerous business dealings.
Okay, thanks for the advice.
A week later, Hiroshi, I can count on you, right? Yes, you can. I even brought my wetsuit with me. As soon as you have the evidence, you'll call the police, right? I don't want to catch a cold. In the end, I decided to go with Bunta's initial plan of me jumping into the fish pond so that Nyan and his friends could film me. As for the group of delinquents... Oh, it's Zawa! Hey, what's up, Zawa?
Thanks for taking my call, Cheese.
Well, you never call, so I figured it was important.
I'm gonna hand out some money today, so I thought that I'd let you know in advance.
I don't get it. Why would you do that?
Well, I was lucky enough to be paid a large amount of money from someone.
Well, I hope that you didn't do anything dangerous to get that money.
Don't worry, I didn't. But I realized something. There isn't anything I want with this money. That's why I'm gonna hand out this money to people that want it.
Are you sure about that? Shouldn't you save it for a day that you might need to use it?
I'm standing on the rooftop of a really tall building right now.
Zawa, I hope you're not going to do anything crazy.
If I let go of the money from here and also jump at the same time, I bet the view from up here would be really beautiful.
That's dangerous! Zawa, you need to get down from the rooftop! You can't do something stupid like that, Zawa! I'm coming over there now!
The money is falling from the top of the building. First come, first serve.
I don't need the money! You need to listen to me! Take a few steps back and wait for me to come pick you up, okay?
Fine, I'll wait 10 seconds. 1, 2, bye, Cheese!
Zawa? I don't know what Zawa's thinking.
Did you lend Zawa some money?
Aren't you seeing that our good friend threw herself off a building?
I don't know what sadness feels like. I'm going to follow Zawa's footsteps soon.
I guess she just got sick of this world. I can relate.
You guys! Don't you have any compassion? Don't you feel bad about what Zawa did to herself?
You're being a little too emotional for my taste right now.
I'm not going to hang around with you two anymore! You just don't get it!
Okay, whatever. Later, dude.
You're going to regret all of this one day! I'm sure of it! You might think that you're cool, but without your friends, you're nothing! You're a piece of shit!
What the hell is your problem?
I'm done being friends with you! I've had enough of your crap! As for those stupid videos, you should be the one to jump into the fish pond instead of hiring those poor homeless people!
How dare he insult me like that? He has no idea what he's talking about. I'm a respected leader on the side streets of this town.
After that, Nyan and Cheese went their separate ways. A pissed off Nyan took Pochiko with him to the fish pond.
Hey everyone! Today's a special day for you all. I'm going to be the one to jump into the fish pond today. Aren't you excited? I'm going to put on the best show ever.
I was also at the fish pond, disguised as a homeless guy. I could hear Nyan's shrieks from where I was standing.
Do you realize that people like you are scaring people away? Don't you have anything more decent to wear? Please don't hurt me! I'll let you off if you do one thing for me. I'm scared! Somebody help me! You should wash yourself in the fish pond. Let's go!
Nyan then shoved me into the pond, and I ended up in the cold water. I was freezing, but I tried to calm myself by telling myself that Bunta would be here any minute to rescue me.
What happened to that old guy? He's not coming up from the water.
That's weird. The pond's not that deep. Most people jump out of the water right away because it's so cold.
Maybe he lost consciousness in the water?
Do you really think so?
Let's just pay this guy and get going. I don't want to get into any trouble.
But how are we supposed to pay him if he hasn't come out of the water yet?
I know what you did to that poor man, and I got it on video.
Who the hell are you? You don't belong here. Mind your own business.
What you're doing is a crime. Somebody could get hurt, and I'm calling the police. I ain't letting you get away with this.
This guy is so annoying.
Yo, small dude. We're not scared of the police. Call them if you want to. I have a lot of friends doing time right now.
I thought that calling the police would resolve this.
Ah!
Bunta, is this all over now? It seemed that Nyan didn't care whether he got arrested or not. That meant that Bunta and I had to come up with another plan to teach Nyan a lesson. We were having trouble coming up with a new plan, but then someone came to help us. I'm not a police officer, and I don't work for them either. Who are you then? I'm a friend of Zakiyama, you idiot! Get into my car! Ouch! You don't have to pull me so hard! Where are you taking me? Somewhere worse than hell. If you beat up a minor like me, you'll be in big trouble. I'm already headed to prison for 30 years. I'm not scared of anything. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you. Ah! Pochiko, help me! Help! Will you call the police for me, please? I'm scared of this dude!
I'm going now. I'm off to karaoke with my girlfriends.
Will you guys help me then? When I asked you to help me, what did you do for me? I'm sorry about earlier. Can I make it up to you by paying you 10,000 yen? Nope. How about 100,000 yen then? Actually, 1,000,000 yen. Still no. Ah! Iwao forced Nyan to get into his car with him and drove off. You should have told me that you were bringing in that guy to help us. He was great. Just what we needed. Actually, I wasn't the one that called them. I don't know who that was. Really?
Hey, you two. What's going to happen to Neon now?
Something really horrible beyond our imagination.
Oh, geez, you're back.
Pochiko, let's turn ourselves into the police.
What for? I haven't done anything wrong.
How can you say that? We're making a living by committing crimes. We have an obligation to let the police know about what's happening in the side streets of town. We don't want any more people to end up like Zawa or Nyan for that matter. Cheese and Pochiko went down to the police station to tell the police about what they'd been up to and the crimes happening in the side streets of town. More time passed, and a video became a hot topic on TikTok. I'm sorry. I won't do anything like this ever again. Please forgive me. You need to say it from the bottom of your heart. I'm so sorry. I'm still not feeling it. Please forgive me. Iwao had the word idiot on Nyan's face and taken a video of Nyan apologizing for what he had done to the homeless people. Because of this viral video, people became aware of what was happening in the side streets of our town. There's now a new movement in town to support young people in need of financial aid and emotional support. As for Iwao, he was sentenced to life in prison for his past crimes, as well as for posting that video of Nyan. And Nyan was also arrested and ended up being bullied by the other prisoners over that video of him on TikTok. We got some delicious curry rice today. Please line up if you'd like to have some.
If you'd like to take a photo with me, that'll be 5,000 yen a photo.
Although Pochiko was arrested too, she was released and put on probation. She decided to better herself and began to volunteer with Bunta at the soup kitchen to help serve the homeless people some warm food. She also got some gigs as a model and became quite popular in our neighborhood. As for me, I was able to resume work at my company full-time and was happy to be needed at the workplace again. My name is Hiroshi. This man's name is Osaki, and he's an electrician with a drinking problem. He has his own store, and regular local customers come to him with any problems that they have with electric appliances. He's very popular in our neighborhood, but things at home with his wife weren't going so well.
I know that you wasted your money at a hostess bar again.
I'm not wasting my money! It's good for my health to be around young women. I'm sorry, but you don't qualify as young anymore.
How can you say something so cruel to me to my face? I'm ashamed that I married a man like you.
Don't be so serious! I still love you as my wife!
You're not making me feel any better by saying that.
Wait, you're not leaving me or anything, are you? One day, the town where Osaki lived was hit by a big and powerful typhoon. Roads and buildings were destroyed, and lifelines such as water and electricity couldn't be used. As a result, many of the residents decided to move out of town, and this had a huge negative impact on Osaki's and caused him to go out of business. What am I supposed to do with my life now? I don't have a job or any money. My only hope is the fact that you're by my side.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but I'm leaving you.
What? On top of everything bad that's already happened to me? I need you!
You're the one that treated the love of your life in this way. I put up with your drinking and affairs for many years, but I've had enough. I'm not about to waste the rest of my life to endure your money problems as well.
I'm sorry for how I treated you in the past. I promise that I'll change. I'll be a better husband to you. So this is how Osaki lost everything that was important to him. He moved into a tiny one-bedroom apartment and spent his days drinking. He began to post videos of his days on YouTube. Today, I made an original cocktail using this canned lemon sour and Monster energy drink. At around the same time, I was having some difficulties of my own at work. Hiroshi, I'm moving you over to our new business team next month. What? Are you serious? I thought that I was being promoted to the Director of Human Resources soon. I can't allow you to become a director so quickly. You need to give other employees the opportunities to get promoted. What you're doing isn't fair. Shut up, Hiroshi. I'm comfortable where I am, and I'm not going to give up my spot for anyone. Then why don't you get demoted? That means less hours and responsibilities. Isn't that what you want? Stop telling me what to do. I'm sure that you'll love your new position. Being a part of a new business isn't easy. I'm sure that you'll have a tough time. Ah! My new team was in charge of bringing in new businesses for the company by performing market research and figuring out market trends. But that was just a pretext, and no new business came up from this team ever. In reality, it was just a group of people in charge of taking care of odds and ends. Basically, I was the one getting demoted.
My name is Kanata Tanaka. Nice to meet you, Hiroshi. I'm the team leader of the new business department.
You say team leader, but in reality, you've just been here the longest.
How can you be so rude to me? We just met. I'm very proud of the work that we do here. I come in first every day and I vacuum the office floors. Not just for our team, but for the other teams too.
I see.
I also clean up after everyone leaves the office.
Right.
And I do all this work without being paid overtime. But I don't mind. I do it for the well-being of all the people that work here.
I would say that you should be happy that you're being paid for what you do. I was supposed to be the next Human Resources Director, but instead, I was now in charge of miscellaneous tasks. A few months passed after that, and we had a new member in our team. It was Osaki. Nice to meet you! My name is Osaki. The Human Resources Director, Mr. Takagi, said that you would be mentoring me. Me? I was really pissed off with Takagi for making me do all this stupid work. I'm sure that you're not thrilled to be mentoring an old man like me. No, I never said that. You don't have to. I know that's how you feel. Besides, I know that I was only hired as part of your diversity program. Your company gets some money from the government by hiring an old person like me. I'm so mad at myself for already being a nuisance to you. 1 minute into my new job, and my manager is already upset with me. Work life sucks. What are you doing? I'm into tweeting about my daily life. I also post videos on YouTube. What the hell are you doing? Is there a problem? There is. I saw a video of you on YouTube. You're promoting alcoholism. Oh, you saw that? I'm so bummed out. Please don't be angry. You can't post videos like that. You're now an employee of our company, and it goes against our rules of conduct. Can you be a little nicer to Osaki when you speak to him? It's only his first day on the job. We don't want to discourage him. He's a piece of shit and you know it. Please don't prohibit me from posting about my daily life. It's what makes me happy, to interact with the other users. It's my passion. Don't take that away from me. It's all I have. Okay, fine. Then we're going to have to cancel the employment agreement with you. Is that really necessary? Isn't there a way around this? We're not a charity, we're a business. We can't have an employee posting videos that could put the company's reputation at risk. I think you're being a little too harsh here. I'm sure that Mr. Osaki will be able to contribute to our team. I highly doubt that. Well, since we're not as busy as the other teams, we can assist with anything that you need. You're only doing that because none of you are creative enough to come up with any new business. If you want Osaki to stay at the company, your team is going to have to come up with a way to make some real money for this company. Fine, we will. If you can double our sales in a year's time, I'll let the both of you stay at this company. Double? That's absurd! That's not a very realistic goal. You just want to see us fail.
Hiroshi, don't be so pessimistic. We can do it.
How can you say that?
Well, if we all work really hard, I know that we can do this.
You're not very convincing here. Now that you know what your goals are, I expect you to work hard to achieve them. If you can't, I'm going to have to let you go. Me as well? I'm okay with that. That sounds fair. Hiroshi, we're going to do this! Are you sure about that? It's a really tough mission to accomplish. Aren't you worried that we're both going to get fired? Mr. Takagi, can you set a goal that's more realistic? Nope. End of conversation. I expect you to train Osaki well, so that he's up for the job. Damn it! This is how I was forced to improve the sales of the company. If I wasn't able to, I would be losing my job in a year's time. I had to come up with a way to achieve our goals. I would first need to educate Osaki well, so that he could help me get the job done. But things didn't go so easily. Osaki was very temperamental and restless. He would suddenly start live streaming on YouTube in the middle of a workday.
Hey, you all! I've been working at my new company for 1 month now. Isn't that amazing? I bet you all thought that an alcoholic like me wouldn't stand a chance, but I did it! I also received my first paycheck. I'm very thrilled about this. I'm going to invest my entire salary into Bitcoins.
Osaki was eccentric like that.
My life is a complete disaster. First, I lost my house because of a typhoon. Then I went out of business and my wife left me. I feel like it's the end of the world for me. The people watching my videos are the only ones that care about me. I appreciate you guys so much. To show my appreciation, I created some products that you can all enjoy at home.
I have no idea how many people watch Osaki's videos, but he suddenly decided to sell some products that he designed himself to his audience.
My products aren't selling at all. I'm totally in the red. How am I going to cover my losses? I've decided to visit a hostess bar in Ginza and do a night of partying to relieve my stress.
Osaki was crazy! He was in debt, but he was stupid enough to spend more money by going out to some hostess bar!
Wait, Mr. Osaki, you're so cool. I love that you're so rich.
Actually, I'm in a lot of debt, but I thought to myself, borrowing a little more money to have some fun couldn't hurt.
Oh, wow, you have some guts. I like that about you, too. If you're strapped for cash, does that mean that you don't have a car?
That's right, I don't own a car.
Figures.
But I have the money to order another bottle of champagne.
We have an order for a bottle of Don Perignon.
I could tell from his YouTube videos that he lived life very dangerously, and at work, he spent his time checking his social media accounts. He didn't take work seriously at all.
Hello, may I confirm that the company Facebook changed their name?
Osaki, what are you doing? You're supposed to be working, not making random phone calls.
I was doing a little market research, that's all.
Well, you're wasting our phone bill by making these calls. You're at work, so you need to do something work-related.
Okay, if you say so.
Please think about what's important for this company. We're not supposed to be using money, but making money. If I saw Osaki using his work computer, it wasn't to do work. Osaki, what are you doing?
Some affiliate marketing. I read online that I can make some money off of this.
I asked you to concentrate on your work. I had no idea what was going on inside Osaki's mind. There were so many mysterious things about him, but the funny thing was, as soon as Osaki started working at our company, our sales numbers started to go up drastically. I was starting to think that we may actually be able to double the company's sales figures as promised to Mr. Takagi. And we did! In just 6 months, we were able to double the sales numbers. It was a miracle!
Hey, Mr. Takagi! We did it! We doubled the company's sales numbers! Hooray!
I'm sure that it was thanks to the other departments that you were able to achieve these goals. You two were just lucky! If it weren't for the two of you, I'm sure that we would have doubled the sales numbers sooner than this! How can you say that to us when we both worked so hard? You need to promise that you won't fire either of us now that we did what you asked us to. Well, we have another 6 months to go, so we'll see. I'm sure that in 6 months' time, it'll be apparent that the two of you are completely useless to our company. But to everyone's surprise, the company's sales numbers continue to go up. Osaki, our business is doing really well ever since you've joined the company. What is it that you're doing that makes us so successful?
Would you really like to know?
Yes, I would.
Okay then.
Osaki then told me his secrets.
Firstly, people love a good revival story.
That's why Osaki had been posting videos of him getting drunk and being upset with his life. He wanted to portray a story about an old man who had lost all hope in his life, who then regains his confidence by finding a new job.
Oh, that Osaki guy is working really hard to better himself. Good going.
Social media is a great communication tool. And for those that did really well with something, they want to announce it to the rest of the world.
I made a ton of money by investing in Bitcoins.
I then realized that even a nobody like me could make money on social media.
Osaki saw that there was a market opportunity through his use of social media. He made full use of the business network that he had created when he used to be a local electrician. I got my first paycheck, so I'm going to invest the entire amount into Bitcoins. Let's see how I do. Through his business network, he knew in advance that the value of the Bitcoins would go up considerably. Money changes everything. It changes the personalities of people. There's a place where all the nouveau riche go to. Where do you think that is? The hostess bars of Ginza? That's right.
Osaki, you're such an idiot, you know that? By the way, how are you doing with paying back your debts? I'm worried that you won't be able to pay back all that money.
Actually, you're right to be concerned. I'm worried too. Is there any way that you can help me out? Could you tell me what types of people are doing well financially? Tell me about your customers who spend the most money here.
There are a lot of customers who come in here and talk about Facebook.
Hello? I'm calling to find out about an IT company that helped Facebook receive substantial financing after Facebook changed its corporate name. Osaki, what are you doing? Don't you know that it costs a lot of information to obtain information like that? Oh, sorry, I wasn't thinking about the costs. Osaki was planning to cover the costs to obtain information about Facebook on his own. I'm going to start selling products that I designed myself to my audience out there. The reason why Osaki began to sell these products was to test market certain products in preparation of launching an online shopping website for our company. Osaki, why are you engaging in affiliate marketing in the middle of a workday? I wasn't doing the affiliate marketing for personal needs, but it was for our company. Osaki registered the company's products with an affiliate service provider and created a system whereby a third party would introduce our company's products and help to sell them to our customers. That is how Osaki was able to do more than double our sales numbers within 1 year. At the end of the year, our sales numbers were 10 times higher than that of the previous year, and no one could deny Osaki's talents by then. Thanks to Osaki, our new business team earned respect from the other departments. We were now allowed to take on new projects under our initiative. Osaki was appointed as our project leader, and he also continued posting videos on YouTube. I'm starting a new live stream now! I'm a little drunk right now, so I'm going to reveal the name of the company that I work for. Are you all excited to find out? As a result of the most recent video that Osaki posted, we got a large group of people coming to us and saying that they wanted to work with Osaki. The interested parties got in touch with Osaki directly through social media and not our human resources department where Takagi worked. As a result, the company decided that the human resources department headed by Takagi was no longer needed. Overnight, Takagi went from being the head of the human resources department to a member of one of the most unnecessary teams in our company.
Our team is in charge of handing out taxi tickets. Why were you demoted to this team?
Please don't ask me that. It makes me so miserable to even think about it.
Osaki remained at our company even after he became a very influential YouTuber, and he was eventually promoted to a company director. I'm the only person working under him that can joke around with him because of the way we initially met. My name is Hiroshi. I'm the representative director of FinTech Corporation. Several years ago, the company got off the ground when we started providing ATM software to a major convenience store chain. That's also when I started dating my wife, Kurumi. At that time, Kurumi was a serious office worker. She's quick-witted, resourceful, and tactful. She's good at dealing with things. Because of that, everyone at the office relied on her. However, also because of that, she was asked to do management-level jobs. It came to a point where they can't get the job down without her help. But despite all that work, she only got paid below the minimum hourly wage.
Why? Why is everything my fault? All I did was follow the order so I can help them. I gave it my all.
That's right, you're not at fault here.
I mean, that's the division manager's work. Why am I the one doing his work? If the division manager did the work himself, I wouldn't have taken the responsibility. I guess that division manager couldn't do the job. He's incompetent after all.
That's right, you're absolutely right.
Whoa, look at the time. It's already very late. Oh no, I don't want tomorrow to come. When the morning comes, the rays of the sun will come through the windows.
Huh? Are you a vampire or something?
No, I'm not a vampire. What are you saying? It's just that the length of the curtain is shorter than it's supposed to be. The rays glare from the windows when the sun rises. It wakes me up way before I need to wake up. It's my fault for not checking the right length when I moved in, though.
Is that so? Then why don't you just buy a longer curtain?
That's because I don't have money! With my measly salary, canned alcoholic beverages and supermarket finger food are the only luxuries I can afford. How miserable.
Oh my goodness. But the true misery is not having no money. Come to me. I will bring out the best in you.
Huh? Does that mean, are you saying?
Come and work at my company. It's a venture company, so the salary is based on ability.
Hiroshi, you're crazy. Go home.
Huh? Why are you angry at me all of a sudden?
Just go home already. I don't want to see your face again. Why are you here? What do you want?
I'm sorry about last time. It's not an apology or anything, but please, accept this gift from me.
Wow, just the right length. Thank you, Hiroshi.
Also, I thought about this a lot after that. Since it has come to this, I should take responsibility too. Let's get married. I gave Kurumi a new curtain, and we started preparing for our wedding ceremony. Well, go on. Don't hesitate to sit. It might be a dirty room, but...
It really is a dirty room. What? Why are you living in a place like this?
Huh? That's because it's cheap.
No, you can't live in a place like this. You're a company president earning 7 figures, right? A successful man should not live a shabby life.
I understand what you're saying. We'll move to a better house after we get married, so don't worry about that.
I can't trust your taste in these things. Can I choose along with you?
Of course.
I like this place.
What? Here?
Yes, that's right, here. I've decided on this room.
What? How about the 4th or 5th floor?
No! What's the point in living in a high-rise condominium if we're just going to live on the lower floors?
Actually, just by being here,
Could it be that you're afraid of heights?
Let me ask you this instead. Aren't you scared at all? What if there's an earthquake? It will shake more than the lower floors, you know. What if there's a blackout? We can't come home using the elevator. We'll have to walk the endless flight of stairs.
Huh! Stop being so trivial. You're gonna be my husband, right?
Of course I will.
So it's okay, right? Marriage is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Don't compromise your living environment and invest in it instead.
Do you really like this place that much?
Yes, I love this place.
If that's the case, then I guess I don't really have a choice. Just like that, I kept on being pushed to do things. Because of that, I ended up buying the topmost room of a high-rise condominium. Kurumi cherished the curtain I gave her and brought it with her to our new house. She set it on our bedroom window, and we began our new life together. But living in a high-rise condominium has its disadvantages, and several things were bothering me. The elevator was always crowded because everyone used it around the same time, and the party room was always in use. So we had to draw lots too, in order to use it. What shocked me the most about living there was that the walls were very thin. Since it was a very high building, there was a necessity to reduce the weight of the upper floors. Because of that, solid materials couldn't be used. That's why I could hear the conversation of the people living in the next room, as well as the sound of the toilet flushing. It was quite annoying, and it bothered me every day. Oh no, the elevator is still going up and up. What should I do when there's an earthquake? Something smells bad. What? Someone threw their kitchen waste downstairs? And on the way, it spilled here!
Hey, Hiroshi, look! This stunning night view of the city is all ours.
I'm surprised you're not tired of the same view every day.
Phew, I feel great. This is the best feeling ever. Those lower-class bastards who bossed me around and barked orders at me are going to work for my beautiful night view from now on.
It's probably a rebound or some sort of effect after the difficult times Kurumi had gone through. But she turned into some sort of unlikable rich person. At first, I thought she'd calm down eventually, so I let her be. But her attitude escalated worse and worse without getting satisfied. She even went so far as to spend a lot of money just to look good in front of everyone.
The low-class people are fighting over seats on the train. Do they think that trains are a product of nature or something? They're getting transported for a measly price of $3. If they offer their seats to the elderly, they are considered good people. And if they don't offer their seat, they're seen as bad. After all, they are just working ants who can't escape the commuter train. It's miserable to see them in a state like a can of sardines, snarling at each other.
Could you just stop that?
Huh? Stop what?
We're able to have our basic needs fulfilled because of the working class. Working people are not miserable.
So what are you trying to say? Are you saying me that I have no values because I'm not working?
I don't think like that, and that's not what I was trying to say. But you didn't have this kind of attitude when you were working.
What? What do you mean by that?
Are you really happy You even bring your phone to the bed with you, and you do your foolish mount wars the whole day.
Foolish? Did you just say foolish?
Yes, I said it's foolish. I didn't choose to live at a high place with you just so you can look down on people.
You're the one who bought this place, didn't you?
I just bought it because you said you liked this place.
Is that so? So you're saying that everything is my fault? All right, I understand.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. All I wanted to do was make you happy.
See? That's a lie. Those words are not what you say to the person you want to make happy. You think of me as a foolish woman, don't you? Well, I'm sorry for being foolish.
Kurumi lost her temper and tore the curtains that she cherished. Hey, what are you doing?
What are you angry about? I can do whatever I want with the things I own, don't I?
I used a big clip to clip the curtain cutouts to block the light in the meantime. Since that quarrel we had, Kurumi wasn't home as often. I tried to discuss things with her by apologizing to her first, but she coldly left my messages unread. I became worried about Kurumi and couldn't concentrate on work. Then one day, I happened to see a post on social media about the newly opened restaurant nearby. It was an ordinary post about the food and the service, but there was a woman that looked like Kurumi in the picture. What's more, is that she was so close to some guy I didn't know. Her face was half hidden by a sticker, but I could tell it was Kurumi without a doubt. With that attitude, it seems like she doesn't care about me anymore. So I'm not surprised that she's having an affair with one or two guys. When I started to suspect my wife, I hid a tiny IC recorder in her bag. However...
What is this? What do you think you're trying to do?
Oh no, she already found out!
Even though you're my husband, I still have privacy, you know?
Since it has come to this, I will say this straight to your face. I think you're having an affair.
What's that? Do you have evidence or something?
I saw this picture on social media. This is you, right?
Ah, that? I saw that post too. Someone wore the same clothes as me. It's a coincidence, isn't it?
You can't fool my eyes. You're having an affair with this guy in the picture with you, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not even me in the first place.
Stop acting like you don't know.
So what are you suggesting I do to prove my innocence? Stop that paranoia about being victimized. It's disgusting.
It's not paranoia! Kurumi kept her mouth shut like she was confident. The confidence she had was not because she didn't have an affair, but because she was confident that she wouldn't lose. She was just trying to make herself feel superior. With the fact that living in a high-rise condominium was not compatible with me, I completely lost my energy to fight her. I'm tired of going down using the elevator every time. It's always crowded, and there are even people who bring their dirty trash with them. Alright, since it has come to this, I will pretend like I'm working. I started skipping work. And while I was using my laptop in the living room, my friend Bunta came down from the sky. What? So I called him on the phone. What a coincidence! Can't believe we'd meet at a place like this. You're living in this luxurious place? Yeah, it's because my wife wanted to live here. What? You're cleaning windows for a living? Yeah, that I am. What's with that miserable look on your face? Something happened? Everything is the worst for me right now. I shouldn't have bought a room at a high-rise condominium. Want me to live there instead? Yeah, I feel like I would want that. Ah, I have something to tell you. Actually, you know what? I think that my wife might be cheating on me. What? Again? What do you mean by again? Stop making up metafiction again. What? You're gonna ask me to help with investigating an affair, aren't you? I ain't a detective, you know. Come on, Bunta. Please, help me out with this. Look, I'm fine if you could help me, even if it was just while you're working. What in the world are you thinking of? You asking me to ride on this thing and take pictures from the window or something? That's a good idea. Let's go with that. I'd be like a peeping Tom if I do that. Somebody reports to the police, there's no doubt I'll be arrested. You're right about that too. Then, several months passed since that time. Kurumi, I'm going to Dubai for work. Do you want to come with me?
No, I won't go with you. How long will you be in Dubai?
I'll be there for a month.
Is that so? Have a safe trip, but are you okay with riding on an airplane? You're scared of heights, right?
Of course. I'll ride a boat. It might take about 2 weeks only for transportation time.
Okay, bye!
Then, just as expected, Kurumi called her lover to our room. Whoa! So this is the topmost floor of a high-rise condominium. This place suits a handsome person like me. Calling on Hurricane!
Hurricane, huh?
Well, you know, since my name is Ken, and it sounds like hurricane if you add hurry to it, so I want to be called Hurricane. Makes me sound like I'm fast, right?
Ken, love, coffee or tea? Which would you like?
No one would call me Hurricane.
I guess it's more important who you live with. The more you live, don't you think?
Absolutely! I think so too! You prefer a poor but handsome man instead of a grumpy rich man, right?
Yeah, you're spot on. Well, he gives me money, so I'm bearing with him, you know?
Then the next moment, the bedroom curtain opened, and the two of them were shocked.
What?
Just as I suspected, you're having an affair.
Ah, monster!
Open the window immediately, or else I will break it. Hey, don't fight here! Hurry up and end this, or else we'll get in trouble for doing this during work hours. I quit. What? When you just finished the training? I lied to my wife about this day. The work trip to Dubai was a total lie. The truth was that I sneaked into Bunta's cleaning company and waited for Kurumi to come home with her lover. The clip I used for the curtain was made of iron. That's why, when I put a strong magnet near it, I was able to open the curtains from outside the window. Kurumi, I won't forgive you. Ever!
What? I thought you were scared of heights.
That's not the point.
Don't get angry at me that much.
Of course I'll get angry. I will defeat you.
Hey, calm down! Aren't you responsible too as the one who got cheated on?
Huh?
Wives cheat on their husbands when they're dissatisfied with their partners. Right, Kurumi?
That's right. You didn't understand my feelings, Hiroshi, so I felt so lonely.
How could you say that when you did too much? Did you think that you would be able to live off of my earnings for the rest of your life?
For your information, it's not for the rest of my life anyway.
Huh? I don't understand what you're saying. Ugh, I've had enough of this. This is so tiresome. I'll leave you two to my lawsuit. I have evidence of your affair anyway.
What? You took a picture and video of us?
Yes, of course I did.
Are you crazy or something? Delete it right away.
You should be the one who needs to be deleted from my life.
Huh. I've been thinking of leaving you anyway. Delete that video or else you're gonna regret it.
You're the only regret I've had in my life.
Is that so? So you're not in the wrong at all. Okay, alright. You're always right, Hiroshi. Are you satisfied with that? Good for you. Congratulations.
If I have time to talk nonsense, then how about you sign the divorce registration?
Yeah, thank you for that. Because I'm so tired of thinking how I would ask you to leave me. Ken, love, let's go.
Where are we going?
To your house, of course. I don't want to be here anymore.
But I don't have a house, so I'm moving from one house to another of the women I slept with.
What?
After that, we went to the city hall and finalized our divorce. I immediately decided where to move to and sold the condo dirt cheap. Looking around the empty room, Kurumi finally realized the weight of what she had done.
Hey, wait a minute. Why are you disposing of the things without my permission?
Why are you trespassing on this property without my permission? You and I are strangers now. Do you want me to call the cops?
Why are you self-centered?
I wonder who's more self-centered. I'm not obligated to take care of you.
I don't have anywhere to go if you kick me out without notice.
Really? Is that so?
Yes.
Well then, I'll kick you out without notice.
Why?
The way you're questioning is the other way around. Why do you think I've been cooperating with you so far? That's because I loved you, but I don't anymore.
I'm sorry. I will apologize for everything I've done to you, so please, at least let me stay until I find a new place.
I reject that request.
Hey, Hiroshi, what should I do?
I don't know.
Oh no.
After that, I contacted Kurumi's parents and told them everything, including how their daughter cheated on me, how she used my money as if it grew on trees, and how she picked fights with an unspecified number of people on social media. Then, to my surprise, Kurumi sent me alimony. Her parents probably thought that if they didn't pay alimony to me, they might get sued. I moved back to my old place, a cheap apartment in the suburbs, and got my life back to a settled life. I guess physical groundedness is right for me after all. On the other hand, what happened to Kurumi's lover was... when I demanded alimony from him, I knew that he would take advantage of the women and ask for money from them, so I sent a monster to deal with that.
You bastard! I will bear a grudge for the rest of my life!
Next time, Kurumi versus Hurricane. Tomorrow's weather forecast is a rain of blood. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. And if you have time, please check out our other videos as well. Alright then, see you next time. Bye.